What's up? It is episode 5 of the Storytelling Impact Show. Today is Monday, April 20th, 2020. At the time of recording this, things are going super well. We just finished our marketing training for the day. Got Riley over there. What did we do today? We talked about email sequences and follow-up funnels and the idea of Seinfeld and how you can have a show about nothing, which is really interesting for the path that I'm on because I'm talking about stories, and everything that Seinfeld is the lack of a story and how that essentially becomes a story because there is no story. Anyway, so it's been really interesting. So every Monday in the Facebook group, I do what's called Mindset Mondays. And the reason for that is, first of all, I've just done a lot of personal development and it's almost impossible to remove that from my identity at this point. So I just tend to be a motivational person, as I've been told. And when you start posting stuff on the internet, I think that there's a huge, 90% of it is about the mindset of how you post it and what you're posting and being okay with what happens afterwards. So it's a big thing that I want to spend time on, and I like to spend time on in order for people to move their mission forward the best way that they possibly can without letting the garbage in their mind get in the way. So I actually have here a comment from my Facebook group. I asked a question. I said, what's the biggest thing that stops you from posting content? And then here's an answer that I have that I think a lot of people also struggle with. So if this reaches you and you are in a similar place, hopefully you'll get some value from this. So this answer says, honestly, my own insecurities and comparing myself to others. Mainly, I only post these little ukulele covers that I feel like the world isn't even gonna sit down to watch anyways. Plus, my voice is a big insecurity of mine, and I always compare my voice to a more talented person. And then, when I do want to sit down and tell the world my story, I feel this daunting insignificance that I know is not me, but more so my inner demons. Maybe my content isn't like most of the others on this page, but these are my feelings. Boom. Boom. The team most says that I say boom a lot, so it's kind of cool that that person said it too. So I'm gonna do a stream of consciousness. I have not planned out any tips. I have not done anything. This is just gonna be out of the top of my head about how I feel somebody should approach this. So, as somebody that has posted hundreds of videos online, hundreds of Instagram stories, like pretty much every platform I've been on in some fashion, and undoubtedly, there has always been the feeling of, nervousness of if somebody's gonna post a hate comment, if anybody's gonna watch it, wondering if this matters, does it find value? How do I reach the right people? How do I build a business off of this? Where is the income within this? Does this video fit the brand? And I still deal with that today. Like I now have 2 YouTube channels and I'm trying to figure out, how do I get the branding on this correct? How do I bring value but do it in an artistic way? And I still haven't figured it out, which is why I'm recording on my cell phone with AirPods Pros instead of the full video production quality that I do for my clients. But the point is, that's never gonna go away. You're always gonna have these feelings about things that is like, it's not good enough, it's not perfect, it's not whatever. And I would actually, I would encourage you to do an experiment with yourself to say, how imperfect of a video am I willing to put out? Like flip the goal. Because you want to put out a really, like this person plays ukulele, right? She wants to put out really good sounding songs. She wants to sound great. She wants her voice to sound good, hit all the right chords, I've been a musician on YouTube. I understand how that is. That there's a lot of competition and there's other people doing what you're also doing. So it's all just mindset. It's all just what's going on in here. So the first thing I would say is try flipping that. What if you flip it around so that screwing up becomes the target and making sure that you post something where people are seeing that you're screwing up? And at first, that sounds terrifying, but what that does is it actually gives you the control in that situation because you're willing to be imperfect in the world, and therefore the criticism can't hit you because, like if I put out this video and, it's recorded on a cell phone, I'm not doing anything major, whatever, and somebody says, yo, that's not super high production value. Like, what are you doing? You're running a video production company. I'm gonna say, yeah, I know. I said that in the video. Like, I already told you it's not perfect and I don't have it figured out. Like, what do you want from me? Like, I already addressed that. So the negative comments it just doesn't matter anymore. And I know that that's a lot easier said than done, but it's really just, I'm trying to figure out how to bring value to this, because it really is just a practice of being able to post things that you know are not going to be perfect and being okay with it. So that's the first trick, is flip the target. What is your goal? Your goal is actually to post more imperfect content just for the mental practice of it, not because you know it's going to build a brand or anything like that. A second idea for this is focus on the process, not the results. And this is a very common thing, but it's super important, especially for art and videos. If you focus on the process of creating the song, if you focus on the process of creating the video, of creating the content, of being in the moment with it, and not on the results that it's going to bring, then it's a lot easier to stay present with that and not let the insecurities and the worry happen. And the reason that this is so powerful is because when you're focused on the now, right? Like being in the present with the process of what is the next step? How can I play this next chord? What is the next lyric? That is what allows you to get into a flow state. And it allows you to have like this deep, eternal peace and joy, because you're doing it for the love of the thing rather than what the thing can bring you, which is validation and love and appreciation and hate too, like, you know, vice versa. You get both of those when you put it out to the world. So focus on the enjoyment of getting to do whatever it is that you're doing, rather than the results that's gonna happen after you go and post that video. So like for me right now, it's like I'm dialed into this video, and it's fun for me because it helps me clarify my thoughts. I get to enjoy being able to take everything that I've learned over years of personal development and try and distill it into, like, you know, a few single points, because my brain's going crazy. And so I hope it brings value to you, right? Like I want the results to be there, but I'm not focused on that, because I'm focused on how do I do this as perfectly as I can in the moment. And that by itself brings peace, because it quiets the inner demons from raising their voice and saying it's not good enough or whatever, because as a lot of people know, that comes from the comparison side of it, and that's not helpful to anybody. I had a third point, but I forgot. Riley, don't laugh at me. I hear you over there. A third point of that, dang, I don't remember what I was gonna say. Well, anyways, I'll come up with another one. This is the tip. This is a tip to get past those insecurities. When I first start working with a client, usually what they start talking about is, make sure I look good. Is the lighting perfect? Did I do my hair? Did I do my makeup? I brought a few different outfits for this to work. You know, can we do it with this perfect setting over here? And then they try and get their script perfect, and they try and get everything super, I mean, seriously, perfect is just the best way I can say it, like the most polished that they can possibly make it. They didn't screw up at all. And I'm not gonna say that there's not a place for that, but the real valuable part is the more videos that you have online. I'm not pushing for you to be imperfect by any means, but we are automatically, because we're human, so you might as well embrace that. But what I really wanna say is that the more that you can put out content and just put more videos out, more videos out, the deeper sense of your personality and who you are as a whole will be developed, because they see you as the polished person. They see you as the unpolished person. They see you when you're frustrated. They see you when you forget stuff, like me in this video. They see all of these different pieces, and that actually makes you a more well-rounded person that people can identify with and feel connected to. So it actually builds the relationship further to, like, be real with people, rather than having an always perfect, always, like, you know, mechanical video where you hit the script every single time and everything's perfect and whatever. Like I said, there is a place for that. There is a place for that. I'm not saying that that's wrong, but to only have that, I think you're actually leaving a lot of opportunity on the table by not being willing to just do, you know, camera to face like this, like on a cell phone video, or being willing to forget your points. Like, I know that that's controversial to say because people are going to say that's terrible branding, it's not good for you, it doesn't position you as an authority. And this brings me back to the other point of, like, when you're doing it for the enjoyment of the process, I'm okay with that. Like, I'm okay with that because I'm going to put this video out, and if I can reach one person with this video, that's all I need. That's all I need, right? Like, my mission is to use creative media to bring love and light to the world in the biggest impact way that I possibly can. And so if I can make this video and a whole bunch of people say that's not the right way to do it, that's not appropriate, you're hurting your brand, you're whatever, but I have just one person that says, that really helped me today, thank you, then I did my job. So I'm almost willing to take on all of the criticism in order to bring my value to the world to help just one person. And then undoubtedly, that starts adding up and adding up and adding up, and then you help 2 people, and then 5 people, and then 10 people, and 20 people. And I say help very loosely, because this question originally came from somebody who plays ukulele. That doesn't at first seem like you're helping somebody, but the truth of it is, and especially now that we're going through coronavirus, people have, I'm probably gonna get demonetized for saying that word now. They know what I'm saying. They know what I'm saying. They're like, you can't talk about that. Anyways, now that we're going through this and everybody's quarantined, there was a post going around actually that said, watch this. Everybody's going to flock to the arts for escapism. They're gonna start watching a lot of movies. They're gonna binge Netflix shows. They're gonna listen to a lot of music. They're gonna watch a lot of content online and YouTube videos. And that's what culture does. Like, that is how we help people, right? We help bring peace and love and joy and escapism and all of these different emotions through art that helps make this human experience a little bit more tolerable, especially in hard times like right now. And so, you know, the more that you can address that, just understand that if you are just playing music for somebody, that, you know, that's kind of the mindset. If you are just doing blah, 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 it's still helping somebody, right? Like, one of the most common business things is, what problem are you solving? And I think that artists are actually solving the biggest problem of all. And that is, you know, how do we connect with each other and make this a meaningful life, right? Like, we all want to be happy and we want to be fulfilled, but what a lot of people don't talk about is, what are the tools that we can use to actually make that happen a lot quicker and easier? And I fully believe that art is one of the top things that is there, you know, after you have your foundational things figured out, because you need to have food and water and shelter. So yeah, take this in. I think there were like maybe 4 tips in here to help with the insecurities. I really hope that this helps, and I'm sure that in future episodes I'm going to be able to get a lot more concise with these tips. But boom, there's 13 minutes and 30 seconds of me yapping at you. This is episode 5, Storytelling Impact Show. Every Monday we're going to talk about mindset stuff. I am definitely on the swivel chair, and I should stop swiveling. So have a good day, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.